So this is stupid. The SEC is just trying to display to America that it is soft and sad and that no one should root for it. In the latest breaking news from the Southeastern Conference, an Alabama administrator says the following. Greg Byrne wants every school's team that sees its fan base rush the court to forfeit. Do the right thing. Fall on your own sword. Forfeit your game. Direct quote from Byrne, who said forfeits seem to be the most effective answer. He says, I truly believe it. If we said that the home team, if they storm the field or the court, they're going to lose that game right then and there, that will stop it. You know what, Greg? Yes.
It would, yes.
It would probably stop it.
If you line up the home team and put guns to the back of their head, it will probably also stop the court storming.
Yeah, more or less. Like you've tied up a member of their family. You're like,
that'll work too. Yes.
If you storm the court, we're just going to honorable beheading right here at midcourt. That would prevent it, no doubt, but it's to me, just another stupid move. Like Shane Beamer from South Carolina comes out a couple weeks ago and was like, well, we're the best in the NFL draft. And the SEC, you lost to Illinois in your bowl game. There's so much chatter out of the SEC. The Big Ten's quiet. They're winning national championships. They're doing things that are good. And the SEC wants you to still think it's relevant and good and great and the best. You don't have to tell us. We know you're solid at football still. We understand that. We know you're probably better than the Big 12. And now, continually, idiots keep saying things. And now the cowards of that conference want to stop you, Vanderbilt, from rushing the field.
Vanderbilt, yeah.
When you beat Alabama or Tennessee or anybody else. I get it. You were the king of college football for a while. No doubt. But now that you're losing, now that people are exercising the right to just run on the field and be it makes me wonder, were these people nerds? Were they just total nerds in college? Yes. I loved rushing the field. It was the best part of college. And I know we're trying to prevent it from happening one day, so that my following statement might sound stupid to some of you, but there isn't some horrific example of, this guy was beheaded when students rushed the field. We have not seen an instance of what a horror story. I know we're being preventative here, but it is one of the great things in college athletics, the field or the court storm. And now, no, please don't touch the field.
The only time we saw it, Caitlin Clark, remember, kind of got an elbow, nothing
Stop.
happened. And then the Filipowski thing, which he missed a game, maybe. Here's
and both of those were optics deals. They were both did they even really get hit? Caitlin Clark leans into the guy or girl, whoever it was.
You know how much I love a good analogy. I'm gonna do one right here.
The first time you were ever on Locked On Baylor, you used a coaster and flipped both sides of it or something. You're very good at these little quips.
Great. So here's what it made me think of, though, because I'm old enough to remember as a baseball fan when you used to be able to hit the catcher. When you're coming home, remember that? You used to be able to do that.
Yeah, that was probably a decade ago now.
Yeah, it was, hey, brother, hold on to the baseball. And then Buster Posey got barreled over in May and missed the rest of the season. And then they changed the rule. And I just had this thinking, even as a teenager, being but this doesn't happen. This happens once a decade that somebody gets hurt, really hurt doing this. So that's the same thing I'm thinking with this court storm. Okay, Kyle Filipowski rolled his ankle. Okay. And his weird cousin babysitter nursed him back to health. Okay, it was fine. This doesn't happen. It looks weird.
Cousin, but it doesn't babysitter, happen. Wife.
Correct.
Keep the wife.
Yes,
in there.
I gotta keep that in there. Yeah. So this is so soft, man, because this goes against everything the SEC is trying to tell you that it is. Right? What is their slogan? What do they put on all their commercials? What do all the SEC frat bros put in all of their tweets? It just means more. This is the opposite of that. You are telling me it means less. You are trying to actively take away a form of celebration. I get it. We don't want to poison the trees at Auburn, but we can storm the court. Okay, it can happen. Vanderbilt, it's an issue because you got to walk up a flight of stairs to get to the court. But this is the exact antithesis of what the SEC has been branded as. This should be saying it just means less. We want it to mean less to you. Big 12 never has these problems. Big 12, Baylor, you can storm the field twice for all we care. Storm it twice against Oklahoma in 2021. We don't care. It's only the SEC where it's supposed to mean more than any place else.
It just means more
nerds, man.
More forfeits. It means more, I think.
And I'm seeing people quoted in that story, that ESPN story. One of them was a Vanderbilt student, like a student newspaper editor, and was like, yeah, it costs the university so much money. Who cares, bro? It's not your money. I mean, kind of, you know what I mean? But it's not your money. If they want to pay it, then go ahead and pay it. If they don't want to, stop hiring geriatrics to be your security team. It's pretty simple. Like Baylor's the same way. It's a good retiree's job to be a security guard, but Baylor doesn't care. Mac Rhodes will pay it.
And the students will enjoy it. I mean,
it's the university money.
It's less than one student's annual tuition.
Literally, bro. It's so like that's such a like that's the pro sports fan who's like, I'm glad we didn't do anything at the trade deadline. Like, I'm glad they saved some money here for next year. Like, shut up, dude. It's not your money.
I think, and the ESPN article continues, beyond making announcements asking fans to stay in your seats after the game, which only makes me want to rush the field more.
Oh, okay.
Beyond that.
Guys, they said to stay.
College athletic officials have discussed a variety of ideas to try to curb storms, including limiting alcohol sales or imposing even higher fine amounts. The fine amounts is the worst idea because it's only going to keep happening.
Do you know what the fine is for the Big 12 for storming the field?
Does it start at like 25, then 50, then 100? Is that what it is?
See, here's the great part. We have no idea. Because why should we care?
Yeah.
You know, why? I'm not sitting in there being like, oh, this is our second offense.
Yeah, because the SEC has one. I think they stormed it in like Arkansas stormed in football, and then basketball had to pay it a couple times. And you're just like, oh, okay. Or maybe it was Vanderbilt who beat Tennessee at home, possibly stormed. It was, and then they got like the pro-rated storming thing. Like, well, second offense, we're gonna have to charge you more. I
wonder what the Alabama AD thinks about this. He doesn't have to worry about that very much. Not enough fans in the stands at the end of the game. It looks like McLean on a hot Saturday afternoon for any of their home games. So
right,
they don't have to worry about it.
They're too hotty and they're too high and mighty, too hotty toddy to actually rush the field. Their students no way that act like you've been there before, please. The best response to this tweet from CFB Kings, who originally put this ESPN post out, is from Jayhawk Lasso that says, "What a sissy face loser."
That's facts, bro. You tell them, bro.
Personally,
that's it.
Can't agree enough with the Kansas burner. This is another pillar in a long, awful SEC football offseason that's only included really bad takes from every one of their football coaches and administrators. If I'm Greg Sankey, who also has said some really stupid stuff. He did a whole we're underdogs, we want to be underdogs. I think at some point, at some level, we all know you don't have to tell us you're good at football and you make a lot of money. That's okay. But the more you scream it, the more you need to know that I know it, the worse it looks for you and the more egg is on your face. And this is another example. Greg Byrne, you are the biggest loser. You this is stupid. Cam, where can more people reluctantly find your work?
Yeah, reluctantly, I would search Locked on Baylor on YouTube, at Real Cam Stewart on X. Got a lot of USA hockey takes coming up this week. I'm big into it. And a lot of Big 12 takes too. We take plenty of dumps on the SEC on my Twitter feed. So
rematch with Canada coming up, you think?
It better, dude. Canada better hold up their end of the bargain and win and get to the championship.
Against Finland and Switzerland?
Sweden.
What's the difference? What's in 2025, baby? What is the difference? It's all America. We're taking over.
Play Freebird, baby.
This has been and always will be Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Dose Grande.